All right, welcome back to Boring Reviews. Nick here.
Gabe, the Night Watchman.
And I'm super excited for this video. We don't typically react to music, specifically country music.
I was about to say, we don't react to music. Brah.
Yes.
That's what the kids been loving.
I apologize.
Give me some Metallica.
That's true. But country music and current music, right? Most of what we're listening to is introducing you to the rock classics, if you will,
Right.
of the 90s, 80s, 70s, or even the 60s. But this is a song, I'm not going to go into it at all. I just want to let you know, I have listened to this song. Okay, I know who Oliver Anthony is now. I know this song, but I'm super excited because he has not heard this song, correct?
Listen, if you guys were shocked when you said, oh, how could he not have heard that song? I'm Hispanic, from the Bronx, Dominican. Rock, one thing. Country, I challenge any Dominican, any country. I'm like, Garth Brooks. I know the name Garth Brooks. You know the country. I'm like, what? And he's like, I didn't even know we were reacting to. He said, dude, we gotta react to the song. I'm like, what? And now you just said country. Look at my face. I'm sure you guys saw it. Country.
He sat down, looked at the picture. He said, oh, we're doing country, huh? Because we've never done this yet. But I wanted to react to this song. I wanted to get his first reaction on the channel. So we're going to go. I'm not going to say anything else about it. We're going to go ahead and jump into this. If you like our reaction anyway, please don't forget to
like and subscribe.
And you're going to get, as always, the unfiltered reaction.
Let me ask you a question. Growing up, how much country did you listen to?
Not a lot.
Thank you.
I did not listen to a lot of country. I listened to some, but not a lot. Honestly, I probably listened to the majority of country in my life when I was dating Jody because her family listened to country. Once we got married and we did our own thing, she kind of stopped listening to it. But that was the most, and it wasn't that much.
That's what I'm saying. It's not like a big...
But I mean, I know Garth Brooks, right? I own one of his CDs.
I don't own the CD. I just know the name.
And I used to say I like everything but country, but now I don't even say that because some country songs I listen to I have really liked. All right. I'm going to check out Oliver Anthony. Here we go.
I've been selling my soul, working all day.
Look at that beard.
Overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away. Drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is living in the new world with an whole soul.
Did you love that voice so far?
He does got a great voice. And you know what's funny? When you were talking about country, right? And the minute that he started, and I don't even know if this is considered country, the Lady Gaga and from the movie The Star is Born, that's country, right?
I don't know if that, I mean, probably closer to country, yes.
Yeah, because country's not like, it's more about just the lyrics and what they're saying.
But I think the song that she sings with him, I mean, even him, the guy that Bradley Cooper plays, is more of like, almost like a rock country. Like, I don't know, there's some rock tones to it. But yes, definitely like South kind of stuff, right?
Right.
But anyways.
I didn't expect that voice to come out of that dude. When I saw that big red beard or whatever, I'm like, man, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But,
I mean, he's out there in the woods and whatnot.
With an whole soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do. 'Cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end. 'Cause the rich men, 'cause the rich men. I wish politicians would look out for minors, and not just minors on an island somewhere. Lord, we got folks in the street, ain't got nothing to eat, and the obese milking welfare. Well, God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay for your bags of fudge rounds. Young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground, 'cause all this damn country does is keep on kicking them down. Lord.
I hear you chuckling over there. What are you chuckling at?
You know what's crazy? It's like, I'm listening to the lyrics and it's funny, but for the most part, there's some truth to it. It's almost like
Absolutely.
It's like comedians, you know what I mean? Why are comedians funny? Because there's truth in what they say. And I think that when you put it in song form, kind of like comedians put it in it's just art, it's acceptable. But if he had just said that, and if one of our politicians had got on and said this in a speech, he'd be shredded. You know what I'm saying, dude? But I'm like listening to, like, I feel like I got an old soul. You know what I mean? I'm 43. I am
feel
old.
the same way.
And
yeah.
sometimes I also feel like, man, dude, the world is passing me by, from everything from just how you raise your kids to, like, again, politics to even just society in general. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I think Jennifer Aniston came out the other day and she's like, dude, I'm probably gonna get canceled for this, but I'm done with cancel
I hate
culture.
canceling people,
Like,
and I'll probably get canceled for saying
yeah,
that.
exactly. And it was like, holy cow, it's so funny. And you know, it obviously you got to understand and the context of, he's talking about those men north of Richmond, right? And obviously this is more southern. You always think about the southern states, northern states, or whatever. You know, northern states you would always correlate with more.
So I had to look it up. North of Richmond. He's talking about politicians.
Yeah, well,
okay? He's talking about
Richmond,
the politicians
Virginia,
and
Washington.
where they're at.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and it's funny because when you think about it, it's something that nobody wants to acknowledge, but it's there, like on the pulse of society, really. You know what I mean? And it's like, guys, is everybody else like not even paying attention? Look, I got a daughter who's graduating high school this year. She's in dance, she plays flag football or whatever, and luckily we have not crossed that bridge. She's getting ready to graduate and go on to college, but who knows, in college she may have to compete against somebody that was, you know, has a physical advantage over her. Like, what? So, dude, I'm chuckling because it's accurate to an extent, but for him to put it out there, I mean, I don't know if is he like a real singer or whatever?
I'll tell you after the song.
Okay, because I was just saying, because I
is
can
pretty
see him getting
fascinating.
just crushed.
Yeah.
Damn country does is keep on kicking them down. Lord, it's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do. 'Cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end. 'Cause the rich men north of Richmond. I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay.
All right, so I absolutely love that song. No joke, I've probably heard it about 20 times already.
Right.
Came out a few weeks ago. So, first of all, what'd you think of it overall?
Well, again, I don't know if he's an actual singer. You know what I mean? Like, I came into this, full disclosure, no idea who he was. When I saw the picture, I was like, oh, I guess just because I saw the guitar and the country. But if he is a singer, he's got stones, okay? Let's be politically correct. He's got stones, which means, because he's putting out something that a lot of people know is true, but the fact that if you put anything out there and say it, you're going to get crushed, you know what I mean? And that's the reality. I think, again, there's a lot of truth to it. And I love how he didn't try to politicize one side or the other either. It's just, listen, all politicians. Because the reality is they're all full of crap. Let's just be real, okay? And that's going to get me in trouble. But,
So true.
you know, so he didn't try to politicize it and said, you know, this person is bad or that person's bad. No, all these politicians, you know, leading us astray, causing division, and they think they know better than you do. They don't think you know anything, but I know you do. I mean, I enjoyed the song.
Yeah.
but I enjoy his courage to come out and say it. I think that's the biggest thing where, again, it just reminded me of that Jennifer Aniston thing I saw on Twitter the other day. She's like, look, I'm probably going to get canceled for this, but I'm so sick and tired of cancel culture. I'm done. You know what I mean? Like, it's let's get over ourselves at this point. So that's my first impression. As far as, like, the song itself, it's catchy or whatever, the meaning is more important. I never know how to... And people are probably going to shred me. I could care less in the comments, like, oh, he's not a real singer, or maybe he is a real singer. That is good country. I don't know how to judge that kind of thing other than, you know, okay, he has a nice voice, or, you know, I mean, that there weren't many chords really played. It was very repetitious. Obviously not metal or anything like that. So, I mean, those are my thoughts on it.
So he has said himself, he has a YouTube channel, he has Spotify, all different things. He said himself that he doesn't consider himself a great artist. Okay? So a little background on this guy. 3 weeks ago, nobody knew who this guy was. He was not on the map. He had not recorded anything professionally. This video was the first time that he said in his own words, we use a real camera and a real microphone. Before that, he was just recording songs on his phone and posting on his channel. I don't know if he had 1,000 subscribers. Like, he was just doing this or that. But this song came out, I think, probably first on iTunes and YouTube or whatever. And here it is 3 weeks later, and it's the #1 song in the country on the Billboard charts 2 weeks in a row.
Love it.
He's the first artist ever to be #1 on the charts with never being on the charts, period, in his entire life.
Right.
So he's brand spanking new. He's got some other songs that he's releasing that he's just releasing himself.
Right.
According to, I think, him or different reports, he's been offered record deals already that he's turned down. $1 million record deals he's turned down because he's afraid. He does not want to be part of the problem. He doesn't want to go down that route.
Right.
He doesn't. He's afraid of what that will happen.
Right.
He's a regular guy who has like a trailer for a house or all this kind of stuff. And this song I've heard so many times. I've seen so many reactions to it. I like the song more. It's been in my head all day long at school. Right. But the thing I love about it, like you said, his courage. The things that he says is not incorrect. Right. He says himself that he goes down the middle politically. He doesn't go left or right. He's pretty neutral. Right. And so this song is about just the way the world's going and all that kind of stuff. Even the title, Richmond, north of Richmond, that play on words is brilliant. Last thing I want to say is they had the Republican debate this last weekend. Right. I guess they played that song and they were using that as like, see, this is why Republicans are better. Right. And he laughed it off. He said, this song's about you guys. Don't use this as a rallying cry that I'm singing for you. I'm singing against you. So he's definitely got the stones, definitely got the guts. I don't think he's going to stop anytime soon. I'm completely enamored by this guy just because he's just a regular guy who's not trying to get famous. Before this, no one knew. They said on Spotify he had 300 followers. After the song came out, now he's got 5 million followers. Right.
And I'll be following. Listen, I'm going to Twitter as soon as we get out of here. Boom, follow him on Twitter. And I had no idea who he was. And that's how things sometimes grow organically, where sometimes something's just so, the message or the music or the art is so cool. Wait, I gotta, put my friends onto it because I had no idea. And it's funny, it's not in my avenue of YouTube because I would have thought that like at least it would have been in the suggestions or for whatever reason it didn't get pushed to me. So obviously it's not in whatever YouTube's algorithm thinks I should be looking at or whatnot. But again, courage, man. And I even appreciate more the fact that he turns down the money because here's what happens. It's very easy. I just saw a movie called, a show, right? When I was out sick, called, this is how far behind I am, man. Chernobyl, HBO, right? It's really, really good. The Chernobyl Diaries, or no, not Chernobyl Diaries. I think the name of the show is Chernobyl, whatever. It actually came out sometime last year, but I had to catch up. Last year was crazy for us. In any event, about the last to second episode, right? The main scientist that's the protagonist of the show is going to come in front of like the entire world, and they're going to discuss what happened in Chernobyl incident. And then one of the scientists says, no, you got to go out there and tell them the truth or whatever, tell the world the truth to force change here at home because we're the only country that, doesn't have containment centers for these things. We use like the cheapest materials. It's dangerous for the world. Right? And then the other guy that's in the room says, listen, I've seen many men that are way braver than you. But at the end of the day, when you're up against a bullet okay, all that altruistic, all that superiority, all that goes away. You know, it's the old adage: a true measure of a man is what he would do if he knew he wouldn't be found out. Right? If this guy just wanted to take the million, yeah, let me go sign with the big company.
Easy.
I made it. 99.9% of people do it. But he
Absolutely.
realizes the minute I do that, I'm actually part of that system that I'm complaining about.
Absolutely.
I don't want to get myself into that. And it's so easy to get in there and then say, well, why don't these politicians do something? Because they're worried about losing their jobs and they just want to get a pay, so they're going to do what they got to do. Am I, what do you call it? Am I, justifying it? No. What we should do is probably take money out of politics, so like that only people that are really passionate about the job are doing, and not just people that are trying to get rich off of it. You know what I'm saying? But once you get hooked into that system, once those talents hook into you, you sign to a record label. First thing, no, you can't say that. That's gonna get us canceled. No, you can't say that. That's gonna lose a sponsorship. No, you can't say that. And that's why I love the fact you mentioned you did that.
Gonna get censored.
Yeah.
And I love it too. I'm obsessed with this song. I appreciate anyone that watched our reaction, because honestly, I have listened to this many times. That's why I didn't want to say anything. I wanted to get his reaction. But the last thing I want to say is, one of the funniest things about most of the reactions that reacted to this, they all say, someone protect this man. Someone go out there and make sure nothing happens to him, just like you're saying. Because, I mean, the Stones... You
have to.
And this song is the #1 song that everyone, I mean, it's not just the U.S., it's people around the world are listening to this song and reacting to it, because how many people in how many different countries can relate to the same exact thing?
Listen, I guess this is one of those old adage, you know, the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. And the reality is that those, as the years have gone on, you know what I mean, those that are in the power, the 95% of the world's money is controlled by like 5% of the population. That's a problem. And he's, you know, putting it, you know, very bluntly there, you know what I mean? We're working overtime for bull crap pay. Like, there's not a common person that cannot relate to that dude. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm instantly a fan. You know, gonna go give him a follow, not added it, but a follow that. I'm gonna follow him, and I'm glad you introduced me to him, man.
Check out more of his music if you want more. He's got more on his channel. We don't know the guy, but I'm already a big fan.
And again, I don't know this guy, and like you said, he's top of the Billboard, but don't think because, and that's a mistake we make, right? Oh, Gabe's got to know about it. I had no idea. I guarantee you my wife has no idea, because again, we're exposed to what we're exposed, and usually it's through social media.
Or through your kids.
And so one thing you could do is, this is the first time you've seen it, push it off to somebody through. I'm going to go home and spam this video to everyone in my contacts. Put it on my Twitter. Yo, check out this song if you already haven't. You might think, oh, they already heard it, but you don't. I had not heard it. I'm sending it to all my family, my friends. Going to post it on our Twitter Born Reviews / Cricket for Americans. But push it out there, because I guarantee you there's one person you know that hasn't heard this. Or maybe everyone.
And with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Until next time.
We know all things.